Hi everyone, Stepan here, game 80. I won my last 4 games. Okay, my opponent's playing d6. Let's accept the Pirts or whatever they want to play. I'm not sure what I would do in a tournament game against d4, d6, but for now let's just go into a normal Pirts. I was actually analyzing Fischer Benko with one of my students yesterday. And I think I'm happy to go into this. Let's go f3. This is a line I've played in the VR Delon Open this summer. Okay, so my opponent wants to go b5 and or queen b6, queen a5. So if I go bishop e3, queen b6, bishop e3, queen b6. I could go rook b1. I don't really mind that, but let's do that. Okay, plays b5 straight away. Okay. I will allow this expansion. So, bishop d3, b4, knight a4, queen a5, b3. Seems fine to me. Let my opponent move the pawns on the queen side. I've actually looked at a bunch of lines where you allow the Pirts modern queenside expansion. Usually they do this with the bishop on g7, not the knight on f6. And you basically gain time while they gain space on the queen side. And I've seen some interesting games. So in any case, this isn't common. When they play knight f6, they usually play for e5. The point is here if... Okay, so now if b4, my opponent on knight a4 will have knight b6 at some point, opening up the a file. So that could be slightly uncomfortable. So if knight g2, b4, knight b1, with the idea of knight d2, that seems fine. I'm not gonna go knight a4 now because I don't want to take on b6, a b6, and then there's pressure on a2. Instead, I want to go knight b1, knight d2, c3 to solidify the d4 pawn. Which is why I'm delaying queen d2 as well. I want to keep that square open for the knight. I don't think I've ever played this guy, Mohammed Mustafa. From Egypt, no, we've never played. Okay, so my opponent's definitely going for queenside play. I think I just castle here. Let them, again, let them do their thing. I'm not too afraid. Now on b4, knight a4 is actually a great move because there's a pawn on a5. So on knight b6 I would trade and it would all be fine. The only thing I'm slightly worried about, he says, hi everyone, Stepan here. I'm gonna say hi. I don't think I've ever got that message in the Lichess chat. Hi everyone, Stepan here. Okay, so c5 is slightly concerning. He says greetings from Egypt. Hi, my friend. Greetings to Egypt. Let's just reply cheers. Okay, so if c5, I still have bishop takes b5. I'm slightly worried about c5, c4. He says, I hope you share this game on YouTube. I will. Good luck. He wrote good luck. So now let's stop talking. Okay. I need a plan. c5, c4 isn't too scary, because I can take on b5. My opponent probably wants to play e5, but then if I take, they have to take with the knight. Can I play d5? d5 takes... No, I don't want to go d5, opening up the diagonal for the bishop. Can I go g4? g4, knight g3, that's an option. If I go queen d2, well, queen d2 is playable. Queen d2 castles, g4 seems okay. I'm going queen d2, and on knight b1, I'm not going to go knight b1, I'm going to go knight d1 and transfer the knight to the king side if my opponent plays b4. Okay, now it's very tempting to go g4, because on g5, knight h5, I have knight g3. But that's less effective after castling, so we need a new plan. I don't want to go f4 because of knight g4. I don't want to go rook e1 because it doesn't do anything. I could go knight g3, but then my opponent may have h5. I would like to transfer my c3 knight to the king side somehow. So let's say knight g3, e5. Maybe I can even go h3. But then I give away the g3 square. I could go knight d1 and play c3. I think I actually go h3 and f4, f5. I'm inspired by the Fischer-Benko game, although the e4 pawn could be slightly loose. I still don't know if my opponent's gonna go c5 or e5. And they still have waiting moves like bishop b7. So okay, maybe just rook f2. Let's go rook f2. For now, because my rook on a1 isn't doing anything. This doesn't weaken anything at all. Okay, now I can go knight a4. I think, because on knight b6 I can take. Let's just look at c5. Knight a4, c5 takes. Wins a pawn. I think that's okay. Because the knight also defends the b2 pawn, so my rook is free to move. And if knight b6, I can safely trade. Okay, so what does my opponent want to do? I don't know. Probably knight b6. I could go c3. But I don't think I have to. I think I can just go rook f1. Because I'm not too concerned about the queen side. My d pawn is defended, so the g7 bishop isn't that active. I want to go h3 and f4 and just blast through the king side. Of course, I'm not gonna go f4 before I play h3 because there's knight g4. For now, c5 loses a pawn. Okay, now this reinforces c5. So I could go c3, but then there's b3. And on a3, I lose a pawn. I could go b3, and I could transfer the knight to b2, but then there's c5, c4. However, I always have bishop c4. So if I go b3, c5, takes, takes, that seems okay. I can also go h3 and just continue with my attack. Because once c5 is played, bishop c4 is an excellent square. So I think I do go h3. And I just continue with f4. I'm going to completely ignore what my opponent's doing. My rooks are on the f-file. I want to go f4, f5, open up some lines. Okay, so I think I take once and go bishop c4. So, or even b3. Okay, I definitely take once. Oh, he takes with the knight. That's interesting. Okay, I have to take, because I don't want to give away my bishop or lose time. And now bishop c4, setting up a blockade. Now I have to be slightly worried about this, but as soon as I play b3, it's going to be fine. My queen is going to be on c1, defending that pawn. Knight h5, knight g3 is covered by my e2 knight. Okay, queen c1. My opponent wants to go bishop a6. Bishop a6 is coming. Okay, I reckon it's time to bring my pieces back. I can throw in this tempo a rook, oh sorry, bishop f4. Is that any good? I don't know. Bishop f4, let's say rook a8. Well, for now, bishop a6 drops a pawn, I think. So, what if I just go b3? I'm giving away some squares, but bishop a6 takes bishop f4. No, I don't even need bishop f4. I can just bring my rooks back. Yeah, I can just bring my rooks back. Because my opponent isn't in time to play both bishop a6 and rook takes. Oh, he plays bishop b7. That's interesting. Okay. Does my opponent want to sack, take? If I play rook f1, that is going to happen. Rook f1 would be a blunder because of knight e4, fe4, queen e4. Oh, but then I have bishop f7. Huh. Yeah, okay, I can play rook f1. Knight e4 doesn't work. Okay, now it does work. But I can go knight g3. Or bishop f4. Or I can just defend my bishop. I mean... I could just go b3. Why am I down to 5 minutes? I can also go bishop f4 and then bishop g5. Okay, let's throw that in. I want to improve my bishop anyway. If bishop f4, knight e4, then I take on c8. I'm not obliged to take on e4. Now can we go bishop g5? I think we can, because there is no h6. And I'm threatening to go e5. And I need to speed up. Yeah, I'm a moron. Why didn't I think of that? Takes, pawn takes, queen takes. I hate when I see a tactic and I still allow it. Okay, let's just save my bishop. I don't think I can afford to do anything else. I wonder if if I can go queen g5. Queen g5, knight takes bishop. Rook d8 check. Rook d8, queen d8, bishop f8, bishop e7. Queen g5, f6, I go bishop e6. Queen g5. Queen g5, maybe bishop f8. I don't know. Queen g5, okay, knight c4 is the critical move. Queen g5, knight c4. Rook d8, rook d8, queen d8. Bishop f8, bishop e7. I'm gonna try it because I'm losing and I'm down to 2 minutes. h6, queen e7, knight c4, rook d8. Rook d8, queen d8, king h7. Yeah, I'm just busted. I'm gonna try to make it interesting, but I don't think it will work. I mean, I can defend my bishop with queen g4, but still. That's what I will try. I don't think on h6 I go queen e7, I go queen g4 defending, but... Yeah, I lost this game without a fight. I saw knight e4 and then I ended up allowing it, which is dreadful. I'm less mad when I just miss a tactic. I'm very mad when I see it and then allow it. Let's keep fighting. Let's play like Gukesh. He never gives up. If he's losing, he plays on. If it's a draw, he plays for a win. If he's winning, he's relentless. So let's do that. I was really inspired by his play in the World Championship. Not with the chess part, but with the psychological part. I was astonished, and I keep telling myself, I want to play like this. I don't play like that. I sort of give up if I'm weaker, and if it's a draw, then I keep thinking, oh, it's just a draw. No, it's not. Even 2800 players keep playing and ding blunders. So I have 2 minutes, 3 minutes on the clock. I'm going to try to win. I'm down a pawn. It's not the end of the world. And if my opponent takes the bishop, it's going to be interesting at least. Okay. So, let's see. Now I was thinking queen e7. So queen e7. Rook d8 seems forced. Rook d8. And then what? Oh, and then there's queen d6. Oh yeah, there's queen d6. Wait a minute. Queen e7, rook d8, queen d6. Let's say queen b8. No, there's no queen b8. I'm just losing. I cannot do that. Yeah, okay, it's time to resign. I missed queen d6. Okay, so I probably have to take on f8 because queen e7 doesn't work. It's just stupid. I'm hoping my opponent takes with the king. Yeah, but takes with the rook. And now if I go queen f6, there is e5. Unfortunately. Queen f6, e5. Do I have any way to save this? No. Okay, so let's try this. At least this prevents f6. Okay, e5 immediately. Yeah, okay. I'm busted, but okay. It's getting a bit disrespectful now, so I'll just resign. Good game. If you're like me and you think practicing against the engine is boring because it either crushes you or plays like an idiot, try playing against Nocti. Nocti is a human-like AI that's going to adapt to your strength, is going to play like a human, try to trick you like a human, and challenge you on your own level. Samuel, the creator and owner of Nocti, and I have come up with a promotion for this World Championship. You probably heard me talk about Nocti before, but I actually think it's a great way to study, and it makes not having a fanatic chess player next to you, well, less harmful to your chess training, and you can basically train as if you were training against a human. So we decided to do something for the first 10 people who sign up for Nocti with the code Hanging Pawns are gonna get personalized training routines, which I'm going to make. So I'm going to create a 1-month training schedule based on your abilities, based on your problems, based on what you and I think you should be studying. And yeah, if you would like me to do that, check out Nocti. Of course, you don't have to go for premium. It's a great product, even with the basic features. But the first 10 people who do decide to use the code Hanging Pawns are going to get training routines made by me. So if you do sign up, just email samuel@nocti.ai and he will know that you signed up and he will inform me. Okay, let's get back to the game. This was just awful. How did my opponent play so instantly? Okay. Let me just see if you guys can see the evaluation. Okay, I'm gonna expand this a bit. Sorry, you asked me to increase the size of this, but now I'm guessing you cannot see the engine. Why doesn't this work? Okay. Okay, it should be okay now. I shouldn't have missed knight e4. This plan with rook f1 seemed bad. c4 was an option. I'm still okay. I mean, this is fine. After bishop c4, it's slightly better for black. Rook d8. Yeah, I just missed that knight e4 can be played after a rook trade. I should have gone rook takes, and then bishop g5 or rook d1, and it would have been okay. Yeah, I'm just losing completely. Yeah, I tried this trick, but it doesn't work. My opponent played a perfect game. Congratulations to him. No mistakes at all. Not that I played well. It was easy. Yeah, congratulations to him. you cannot do much when your opponents play perfect games. That's it. And I played like an idiot. I just missed a simple tactic. So if they play well and I play like an idiot, then that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.